What is Israel doing in the north of Gaza? This is Sderot, the closest Israeli city to the besieged Gaza Strip. Founded in 1951 as a transit camp for Jewish settlers, it lies just 1 kilometer from the border. On the other side is Beit Hanun, a city in northern Gaza that has been almost entirely destroyed during Israel's genocidal 2-year war. Al Jazeera's digital investigations team, Sened, has uncovered new satellite evidence showing that around 408,000 square meters of land in Beit Hanun have been cleared. This includes at least 329 homes, reduced to rubble by Israeli bombardment. So what is Israel preparing in this vast, newly excavated area in the north? Our images show bulldozers operating among destroyed homes, clearing debris and leveling land in zones that also contain Israeli military positions. The work appears systematic, not incidental. These satellite images were taken from the 8th of October 2025 onwards, 2 days before the ceasefire agreement came into effect. On January 8, the Israeli army stated that it had borrowed agricultural bulldozers from settlers in areas surrounding Gaza to remove dense vegetation and level the ground, claiming this was done to improve visibility. But satellite images show that a large part of this excavation is happening in residential areas. Investigations by forensic architecture also show a wider pattern of activity across the so-called Yellow Line, established as the first phase of the US-brokered ceasefire and the first area of retreat for Israeli forces. A network of military outposts have been set up, including 13 since the ceasefire began, while others are expanded. In 2024, Israel used its heaviest aerial weapons in the north of Gaza, particularly in the Jabalia refugee camp, where 2,000-pound bombs were dropped, reducing the densely populated neighborhood to rubble. Since the ceasefire, demolition has continued, clearing the way for new military infrastructure. The Israeli army has not announced any plan to clear the rubble of destroyed homes. It's also denied that the objective is to appropriate Palestinian land for Israeli architecture. But satellite mapping shows how soldiers have been slowly moving the barriers inwards and then demolishing neighborhoods inside the Yellow Line. UN Special Rapporteur Francesca Albanese told us the nature and scale of destruction in northern Gaza points to long-term control, rather than temporary military operations.
Under the fog of war, Israel is going to destroy Gaza, displace the Palestinians, and trying to reoccupy, conquest the land.
This seems to contradict the terms of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza, as well as plans released by the US as late as November 2025. US military documents showed plans to divide Gaza into red and green zones, with areas in the green zone being reconstructed for Palestinians. But if this is true, why is the Israeli army demolishing these same neighborhoods? If we look at Beit Hanun today, we see it is a city erased. And this isn't actually the first time Israel has tried to do this. In 2001 to 2004, the Israeli army leveled around 62% of citrus orchards and destroyed at least 43 homes under the pretext of protecting Sderot. Additionally, Beit Hanun has been mentioned repeatedly in the Israeli government's rhetoric around land annexation and has long been described as a target by far-right settlers.
We are waiting for the green light from the Israeli government to be able to come back in and settle in Gaza.
In December 2024, Israeli ministers and Knesset members pointed to Beit Hanun and Beit Lahia, stating that more than 800 Jewish families were ready to move there as soon as possible.
הגיעה העת להחיל את הריבונות הישראלית ביהודה ושומרון, להוריד מן הפרק אחת ולתמיד את רעיון חלוקת הארץ הקטנטנה שלנו והקמת מדינת טרור במרכזה.
In December 2025, Defense Minister Israel Katz said he planned to establish agricultural military bases in northern Gaza, stressing that Israel will never withdraw and will never leave.
אנחנו נמצאים בתוך עזה עמוק ולעולם לא נצא מכל עזה, לא יהיה דבר כזה. אנחנו נמצאים שם כדי להגן, כדי למנוע את מה שקרה.
This map, published on January 8, 2026 by Yediot Ahronot, illustrates proposed zones of control and settlement expansion in northern Gaza. As of January 10, the satellite images show excavation operations continue. The Gaza ceasefire was celebrated as an end to the genocide and a new start for the Palestinian people. But while the world's focus shifted elsewhere, Israel has continued to erase what remains of Gaza.